Hello everyone, welcome to a new session. So in our last session we worked on solving a problem related to anagram. Today it is also a similar problem, so let's work on that. Okay, so the problem today is group anagrams. Given an array of strings, group the anagrams together. You can return the answer in any order. So today you need to identify the anagrams, and then you need to, because there is a list of words, a list of strings, and it's like a group of them are anagram to one another, so we need to return them in separate groups. For example, eat and thee, these two are anagrams, so we need to return them in one group. And for example, tan and nat, these two are anagrams, so we need to return them in a separate group, and the rest of them. So using a similar approach with the previous problem, we need to create a dictionary, sorry. We need to create a dictionary, and we need to use like from every like when you sort all the anagrams, the sorted form of the anagrams are the same thing. For example, if you sort eat and tea, so AET, like when you sort them, the sorted form of anagrams are the same, similar. So we use that sorted form as the key, and then all the rest of the words as the value of that key. We create a list of values for each case. For example, if you sort eat, it is AET. So now all the rest of the words which are equal to these letters, that means they are anagram of this word, we need to list them as the value of this key, which is eat, tea, ate, these three. Okay, so now let's go to the next one, ate. So we checked ate, we checked tea, now tan. If you sort this one, it is ANT. So ANT, and a list of values. So first that is nat, tan, sorry, I forgot that. So first we sorted tan, it was ANT. So we use itself also as a value, tan, and the next, so it was already anagram with eat, and now nat. When you sort that, that's also ANT, so nat, and that's all. Now we keep checking the words. We check tan, we checked it, we checked nat, now we check bat. When you sort that, it is A, B, T, and the rest of them, the values are all the anagrams, B, A, T. Do you have any other? No, that's all. So something like this. First we need to create a dictionary that the key values are the sorted form of the anagrams, and the value of this key are the anagrams themselves. So at the end we just need to return the values in these dictionaries. When you return them, so you return all these anagrams in one group, all these anagrams in another group, and this in another group, like this. So let's write the code for that. So first let's create a dictionary, and I call it groups. Okay, we create a dictionary using the parentheses, the large brackets, large parentheses. So now so now we need to start going through each word in this list, sort them, and then check them. uh, First create a key in the dictionary and then add those sorted words as well as the value of this key if they are the same. So let's create a for, and now we need to go to check each word for word and string str st, so it is strs. So now we need to have a key for each of them, and that key should be the sorted form. So we need to create a key first, key equals, and now we need to sort each word. For example, sort it first. We say sorted is a built-in function, sorted word. So it sorts the word eat, and that becomes AET. But the problem with this sort is that it returns like this. For example, sorted, the word is eat. The output of this is something like this. A and then E and then T, something like this, in a separate characters. But here we need to have them as a one word, like AET, not like this. So for that reason we need to join them, and usually when you join them you specify a separator, like for example join them having a comma or other symbol with each other, or like here we don't need to have anything between them, so we leave an empty separator like this. Empty separator dot join sorted word, like this. So now it returns the value as this. When you add empty separator dot join, so now the output is something like this. Output now it is something like this, AET. The separator is empty. For example, if you put a space here, then there you will have a space between each of them. Or if you put, for example, here a comma, then you will have a comma between each of them. So now we leave that empty because we need to have them as a word, like this. Okay, so we created the keys like this. Now check if this key already exists in the group or not. For example, AET, if it already exists in the group, that means we found another anagram and we put as a value of this key. But if it is not in the group, we add that key in the group and then add the word as the value of that key. So now let's check and say if the key exists in groups, if the key not in groups, now you need to add that group. You need to add this key and an empty list, and now you can say groups dot groups key dot append word. Okay, so it keep doing with all the words. For example, first you check eat for word and strs. So you start from word eat. First you check the eat. You sorted the eat. It was AET. And then you created this key AET. Now you need to check your dictionary if there is a key as AET in the dictionary or not. If it exists, so that means you just add this word as a value of this key. But if this key doesn't exist in the dictionary, so you need to create that key, for example, like this. Groups this key, and the value of should be, of course, a list. And then keep adding all the anagrams in the value part of this key. Groups.key, for example, now we still are in eat, and groups key, so that is groups AET dot append word. We add eat at first. Now when you go to the word T, so first you sort the word T and it becomes AET. So you see that, does the key AET exist in the groups? If it does not, you create that. But if it already exists, then you just say, well, we need to append the word eat as a value at the end of the list as a value of this key. Groups key dot append word. So now you add the word T also. So now you go to the next word. You go to the word tan. First you sort the word tan, so it becomes ANT. You check, does ANT exist in the dictionary? You see it is the first time, so it does not exist. When it does not exist, then you create that key and an empty list of values. So groups key, like that is ant, empty list, the value is empty, and then you keep adding all the anagrams of ANT as the value of this ANT. So you now add groups key. Now key is ANT dot append word. So you add the word tan also in the list of this key. So you go to the next word, ATE. You sort ATE and you check, does the ATE exist? So if not exist, you create that. But now the condition doesn't meet because it says it already exists. So if it already exists, you just append the word ATE at the end of the list. Then you go to the NAT. You see if NAT becomes ANT, and you say if ANT does not exist in the dictionary, create that. Otherwise, append that to the list. And then you go to the word BAT. If you sort that, it becomes ABT. And you check the dictionary, you say if key not in groups, create groups BAT with an empty list of values. And then add the word as a value of that key. So, and at the end, when you created this dictionary, you just need to return the values of the value part of this dictionary. So now come out of the for loop and return groups.values and change them as a list. Convert them to a list and say list groups dot values. Now it changes all these separate values key in a separate group in a list. So now let's run and see what happens. Yes, all the test case passed. I hope it was useful and helpful for everyone. If you have any questions in any part, add in a comment and then I will address your questions. Thank you very much and see you next time.